Okay, so Mr. Smith, I'm going to call you Mr. Smith as a respect for you, even though you've already gone through a bit of a nuisance with some doxing around this HTC Vive bonanza. But thanks for taking some time out tonight to talk to me.
Yeah, no problem, man.
So I want to let my audience know that I mean, you're probably just going to have to trust me that I've independently verified that this is the same person on Reddit. I mean, we've been direct messaging all day, and we've talked to each other on the phone. I'm 100% convinced it's the same person. So we're just going to have to, if you're watching this, you're just going to have to trust me on that one.
It's me.
Yeah. So, wow. So, I heard you're giving away free HTC Vives. Is that true?
Yeah, free. Meet me at the McDonald's. They're free.
So, I actually was sent this thread. I wouldn't say that my channel is going to necessarily turn into a watchdog type channel, but I do like the idea of it. I like the idea of trying to examine both sides of it and get people's opinions and try to, in some cases, find some sort of resolution. And I read your post. I've already summarized in the video, so this is going to be at the end of the video. So everyone's already going to know everything that went down. They're going to know the timeline. I've already responded to Hood Games TV's video, and now we have this, my response to your quote-unquote video here at the end. So have you seen his response video?
I did, and there's a lot of stuff that's not true on that video.
All right, well, you have the floor, my sir.
All right, so one thing that pops out, he said the iPhone deal, it shows the date and this and that. This happened on September 24th.
Just to be clear, there's a point in his video, because I didn't address this. He shows a screenshot of text messages that were allegedly sent by you and showed that they showed a time, not a date, and used that to try to debunk that there had been any correspondence. Is that a fair framing of it?
Yes, and during that time, he even mentions, if you notice with the new iPhones, it's going to do this and do this. Well, this happened on September 24th before the new iPhones came out. And so I'm running an older version of iOS. And to be honest with you, I buy and sell things all the time on Craigslist. So there's a good chance I didn't even have an iPhone, because the phone that I had previously at that time was a Google Pixel, the original Google Pixel XL. I believe there is a chance I might have had an iPhone at that time, but yeah, also too, if you look, it's green because I'm on a call. That's actually me on the phone with PayPal taking those screenshots, so that way I can send them into PayPal. But I think at that time, because if I look on my iPhone, I do see at the very top of the message it says the date, but there's a good chance that that's something that they added with the new iOS. But I do know, in order to show all the timestamps, I had to pull it over to the side and take the screenshot while it was all pulled over to the side. But yeah, I mean, that's my thing with that.
Sure, that's fair. I think when I saw it, I thought it would just be too difficult to verify, so I didn't address it in the video, because everyone has different iOSs. I didn't know when you took the screenshot. I didn't know if, I mean, quite honestly, the screenshot could be photoshopped. All these things are true, so I didn't hang on it too long.
Yep. And so let's move on to my next point. My next point here is that he said right there in the beginning that I called him and I threatened to leak his information if he didn't give me $600. That never happened. I did call to say, hey, what's up? How you enjoying that Vive you stole from me?
To be fair, in my video earlier, part of this video, I said that I had retribution or a reformation or whatever. I said I could totally see him calling pissed off if this is true. So he talked a lot about how essentially that you were harassing him, and then I said, at least my take on it was well, I mean, I could see it. I mean, it kind of proves the point. I don't know.
Well, yes, I'm pissed. I'm not happy about it. But so I never threatened him to leak any information or anything like that. I never did leak any information. The information that people got was from going to the public website that he had for his business and him having his home address there and his phone number there. And if you want to cut that out, I'm not trying to put his information there or let people know where his information is. I'm just stating the facts. So he put that out there on his own for his own website. I did not dox him. I just laid out the facts that I had, and this is all public information, and his personal information happened to be on a website that he put out there for the public.
Well,
I never
to establish
to do it.
Sorry, I was going to say to establish fair game. Clearly, if you watch his video, I don't think he's going to be upset because he uses that same logic to say, And he really did dox me, but that person and he also doxed, well, not really. He gave out his Facebook for this other guy on Facebook that isn't me. So yeah, I know who you are.
Steve, by the way.
Yeah, I can verify that to those watching at home. The Facebook is incorrect. It's not him. So he doxed the wrong guy.
Exactly. And then another thing he said, because I took notes as I watched this video. So another thing he said was that, I visited him at his store previously, like sometime close together. But no, there had been a point where I had visited his store when it was open years ago. And when I met him at McDonald's, I said, "Hey, man, you look familiar," but I couldn't pinpoint why or where I had seen him before. But I just said, "Hey, you look familiar." And that's why he looked familiar. And that's what I was telling him over the phone that he took as I told him that I was at his store within weeks or whatever. But no, that's not the case. I was in his store years ago when the store was open and the store was empty. And to add another thing to the store, his business that he ran, modded Xbox 360 and Wii consoles to play pirated games. So that's not much of a business. And if you look at his website, it says that he mods games. So that's another point that I wanted to make on that real quick. But I never did think that the store was open. It's pretty obvious if you type in the address, it's going to pull up a house on his website. So, well,
that's kind of a dead meme now anyway, modding Xboxes, right? I remember that was big 5 years ago, right?
Oh, yeah. And I'm not going to lie. I did it on Craigslist when it was hot and it was a thing to do. I knew how to mod Xboxes myself. And so I did do it for people, and I also repaired Xboxes. I'm huge into video games. If anybody checks my posts on Reddit, it's pretty clear. I love collecting retro video games and playing video games of all types.
Yeah, if you could see over my shoulder, I've got some of my favorite NES games on the set behind me. But
I've seen some of that stuff.
I will say I did dig around. You invited me to dig around, and I dug around. To me, I want to mention that there was this kind of an early conspiracy theory that you were in fact him stirring up fake drama to drive his channel, and I figured out pretty quickly that you were not the same people. And I don't want to encourage people to leave the guy alone, please. But I can if you can't take my word for it, fine. But I did dig around. It's pretty evident to me that you're not the same person.
Yeah, I've been on Reddit for 6 years. I've successfully gone through, I think, 4 or 5 Secret Santas where I've actually sent out my gift, and people have said that I've sent out my gift, received it, and successfully 4 or 5 times in my history on Reddit, because I like to be a part of the community. Again, I've told you this before. I'm a pretty I get a lot of anxiety all through my life, but I do like communicating with people with similar interests through Reddit without having to actually get on the phone with people. Or if you look at my Steam friends, I got barely any on there. I don't really interact with a lot of people except for through hobby subs on Reddit.
So which one are you? Are you a white supremacist, or are you jobless? Or I couldn't quite pick up the third thing you said about Reddit. Or a black. I thought he said coon, but it sounded like he said poon. I'm not sure what a poon is.
If he said coon, I think that's
that
racist
makes sense.
Slang, isn't it?
But, that's like saying you're a fake black guy. Yeah, right.
I'm none of those. To be honest, I've seen people leaving negative racist things, and I put on my post, please don't do that. I don't condone that. I don't think that's right at all. I think it could have just as easily been a person of any race that could have robbed me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think plus it takes away from the right? Like, you don't want that to be the story, right? You just want some justice, right? And I said at the beginning of this video, which you haven't seen yet, that in my opinion, a fair resolution of this would be either for Hood Gaming to successfully defend that it's not him, or for you to get your money back, and for there's to be some legal repercussions, because
on that,
what happened is illegal.
Yeah, exactly. And on all that, I'm not going to accept any money from him. I want to play a part of the conversation that we had over the phone. I mean, he played a good 5 seconds of it, so you guys have heard a good chunk of it. Not really though, but
if you made it through the 9 ads,
that's weird. I didn't see a single ad, but obviously, if you dig into that a little bit, 9 ads. I mean, he is cashing in, isn't he?
Well, in the first 50 seconds, he says, make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video, make sure you watch the video to the very end. And there's actually 10 ads in it. So, fortunately, I didn't have to watch many of them because I downloaded the video because I thought maybe he'd delete it. That's always like posterity.
I did.
Download it.
I did as well immediately. And the one that, oh, and also real quick before I lose my train of thought on this one, but he sold the Vive, right?
He said he said he did. He said he sold a Vive.
Yeah, he said he sold it. All right. So, but the post was from 2 days ago that the Vive is sitting in his living room. That one when somebody steals your game or something like that.
Ooh,
the Vive is right there, and that's 2 days ago. And if you look at it, you can see the fans on the top, which is the Vive and Chill, which is that fairly obscure add-on that I bought for the item.
And that goes to that goes, and I mentioned that in my video because we had a phone conversation before I made my video, and I verified it through the images that one of the points he makes is why would he pay a full MSRP? And my counterpoint to that was, well, it was not a box stock Vive. It was probably a $700 setup, so you technically paid undervalue.
Yeah, and I would have if he would have offered less, I would have taken it.
Yeah, you did. You did say he left some money on the table. He probably could have got it for $50 cheaper.
Yeah, but he offered full price. I said over the phone, because if you look in the text, he made it real quick to jump on the phone with me rather than leave a trail of text. But over the phone, he says, "Well, isn't that what they go for new?" And I said, "Yeah, but mine has the deluxe audio strap and the Vive and Chill on it." And then also I bought the pads, and I have links to that on my on Amazon as well to show.
Oh yeah,
I didn't put it on Reddit, but it's on my Amazon. If I need to provide it somewhere, I will. But a link to where I bought, or a receipt for where I bought the pads for the face. So I have those as well. He doesn't have the original pads, I'll tell you that right now. He also doesn't have the original mounts, I'll tell you that. I bought extra mounts. I have the links for that as well, because I bought it secondhand, and the guys didn't have the mounts, so I had to buy new mounts, and they're not the original mounts that came with the Vive.
And you identified a lot of these indicating factors in the video, right? Because you saw that one, you connected at least initially that this looked like the person that had your. Well, you identified the Vive, right? First you saw the Vive, and you're like, "That's my old boy."
Oh yeah, I could. It's easily identifiable by just those little fans that flip up on the front. I don't know how many people have those, and it's not like I just randomly found a YouTuber that was at the mall on the day that I received a PayPal payment for the amount that I was asking for the Vive that I had. He did
insinuate, he did insinuate that. What about the claim that he makes that you were, in fact, the 7th person to like the video?
Oh, that's easy, man. If you look at his Twitter account, you should both pull it up right now so you can verify it while we're talking before he deletes it. Well, actually, somebody did send it to me as well, so I do have.
People have been sending me screenshots. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at his Twitter account, he posted that he had a new video up, and he posted it right after he posted the video. And so I took a screenshot of his Twitter where there's a picture of my Vive sitting there. That's not a screenshot from my phone. That is a screenshot from his Twitter account.
Okay, done. Debunked. Okay, so you mentioned...
Did you pull it up and look at it and you have that in front of you? Because I want you to debunk it live.
All right, let's do this. I got him. It's great because I'll be talking to him after this, and well, we'll see if he still takes my call.
He's going to lie through his teeth about everything, and he's not going to probably answer any call.
Well, I mean, we'll see, right?
I'd love for him to.
So on his Twitter, I'm looking for a picture of his own screenshot?
Yeah, let's see if I can pull it up with you here. So if you scroll down on Twitter, on his Twitter account, you're going to see that screenshot, or what looks like a screenshot of him bending over, picking up a game off of the table next to his TV, and my Vive's sitting there. So I thought it was a perfect...
I thought he sold it already.
Oh, yeah, no shit, right? But that's from the video that came over a couple days ago, or a day or so ago.
All right, let me look at the... Actually, if I go to his media, that's probably easier.
That's what I'm doing. Tweets and replies is what I'm looking at. So it's down here a bit because he's posted a lot of ads for his new video, doxing some random guy off of...
Yeah, that's too bad. Hopefully that guy doesn't get, like, too much hate. I'm going to keep digging around.
Yeah, I think he's deleted it, but I can also send you a screenshot. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I can send... Somebody on Reddit sent me this saying, hey, I have a screenshot just in case he deletes it, showing that it was his own Twitter post.
Isn't that interesting? Like, that's
can I share?
Yes, you can. Yep, I got you.
Okay, hold on. Let me get everything pulled up so I don't put anything personal out there first.
I don't have my screen showing on the video. It's just my beautiful face.
Oh, but at least you can see it.
Yep, I can see what you're sharing. Well, right now, currently nothing, but...
Give me 1 second. I'm going to do that through Discord because it's easier for me. I don't know how to do it on here.
That's fine. I also have Discord. So while you're...
So where we go? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So there's a couple of key points. I want to let you share this call because, in my opinion... Hood Gaming is not acting like an innocent person. If I can inject my opinion, if I had to summarize it, what it looks like at this point until I talk to him, that, you know, maybe he fucked up and overdrew his bank account. I don't think, it's just like $600 is not that much money for a world famous YouTuber. Okay, I see your screen now. Yep. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
here it is. I'll pull it up. So once I click, I think if I click the image, it'll be larger. Oh, yeah, you can see it.
I can see it enough. Yeah. Okay, Twitter, yeah, that's his own screenshot. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, and so look at the views. 4 views. I mean, that's what he said I took a screenshot of. And so I'm following him and I'm a fan. That's not the case at all.
Even if you were, how would that change
I would
anything
never
else?
Be, but yeah, exactly. But there's what he claimed was a screenshot from me following him from right immediately.
So he only has
that video.
He only has 4 likes, and one of them are himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's obviously he had just immediately posted and then was going to advertise it or whatever on his Twitter. But then I took that screenshot from this Twitter, and he claimed that I took that screenshot when really it's his own screenshot. So. That's debunked.
Okay, yeah. Well, I can verify I can see it. It's also on the...
You can also read the comment that this Reddit user sent me where he kind of lays it out.
Well, so... To me, the spicy... Like, I've already... Even in my video, I was able to, in my opinion, debunk 8 or 9 of his major topics. But what you've shared to me is... So, the weirdest thing to me is... Why are you guys talking so much on the phone if you've never had any real interaction? Because he himself also claims to, mention that there are many phone calls back and forth. I feel like if somebody was just making up a lie, I wouldn't be talking to him on the phone. As far as him, well, if you listen to the conversations, I didn't let him do much talking because the way I felt about it was that I don't really need to hear what you have to say. You were there, you know everything. I'm not going to have you question me on something that you lived through. So, I knew he was playing some kind of game with me, and I didn't play into it at all. And so, but I did, I wanted to record it. I wanted to. At that point, I was kind of holding on to some hope that maybe I'd get my money, and I was going back and forth with if I wanted to meet him and all that stuff. So, I was kind of holding on to some hope there. But also, I just wanted to hear what he had to say too. You know what I mean? And I wanted him to admit to it. And can I play some of this phone call for you? I mean, you can do whatever you like.
All right. Give me a second. They're named loser.m4a.
Money ground, whatever you want to do. I don't give a damn what it is. If you want me to, I can go.
Can you hear it?
Some money off at a specific location. You can pick it up. I don't care what you want me to do. I can mail you cash in an envelope. I just don't respect you going online and doing it. You can take that stuff down off the internet, and I'll be cool. I'll give you this money. I'll give you the $600. We can part our ways. You don't have to do business with me. I don't have to do business with you.
Now I'm going to warn everybody here. I was angry. I didn't like the way he was lying to me, and he was trying to give me money, but say I was extorting him. Well, and so I wasn't going to take the money. And so you'll hear in this call, I'll take the money if he admits that he stole from me.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. That's what I would do.
So that's what's about to happen here, and I throw out expletives and this and that. So I mean, obviously, I'm frustrated at that point. All right. So I'll carry on here.
That's fine. I have no issues with that. I'll give you $600 if you need it that bad. That's no problem. No, you need $600 in your PayPal account and use it. You need to say that you stole it.
Real quick, he doesn't have PayPal, right?
Well, allegedly, he doesn't.
How's he going to put money in my PayPal?
Magic.
I'm pretty sure that's what he just said.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you need to say. You need to fess up and say you stole from me. We'll work it out. So what? You're extorting me out of money. No, I'm not extorting you. That's what I need you to change, is the fact that I'm extorting you, and you need to say that I stole from you. No. Or that you stole from me. Not that there's any extortion going on. That's you trying to dance around it and try to get me in some kind of trouble or wrap me up in some words I'm not going to say. I'm not about to wrap you up in nothing. Because that's not the case. No one's getting extorted here. Someone got stole from. And you're willing to pay for it to keep yourself out of trouble. Why don't you just admit that, and then we'll wrap it up. I've dealt with somebody like you before. Hacked all my information.
I do have about 12 more minutes. But
that's fine. I mean, I think, so to me, he really does sound like at least he's trying to stick to this. It's like he really believes you're extorting him. Like he does not want to admit that anything about the
I don't know why he would think that whenever he was there and we were face to face, and he told me at the meeting, oh yeah, me and my girlfriend just tried it at the mall, and the same day he uploaded a video of him at the mall, and if you look at all the transactions and the date, it all lines up.
It's interesting. What do you think I mean, do you think this guy just doesn't have $600? I don't understand.
I think he's a thief. I think he's a thief.
Okay.
And he has a huge platform, and he did it under a false name on the PayPal.
Don't
receipt.
say it.
It's not his name.
Well, don't say it anyway.
I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
But it's not his name, and so I think he never thought that I would find out who he was. I don't think I'm the first person. I almost posted a Craigslist ad with pictures of him asking if this has ever happened to anybody else. But I did post in the local subreddit, and there are people that have known him and had bad encounters with him. You can also look up his Yelp reviews on his business, and it's nothing but bad stuff. But yeah, I think he didn't think that I would ever find out who he was and that he would get away with it. And now I think he's scared. I think he's very scared. I think he's wrapped up in some fraudulent stuff, and I think he knows that it's not going to work out in his favor.
Well, and here's what's really interesting to me, and maybe you can share some insight into. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I don't know. Some weird sound. Oh, you know what? It's Discord. I forgot to turn that off. I don't understand. Like, first of all, if a stranger was calling me, telling me they owed me I owed them $600, I would say, well, get fucked. And that would be the end of it, right? Like,
yeah.
The fact that he continues to engage you, to me, looks guilty. Again, I haven't talked to him yet, but I've watched his 25-minute response video. Yeah. We've talked. I've read the evidence beforehand, and he seems to really, if you note in his response video, what he does is, first he tries to discredit Reddit, okay, by calling it white supremacist, which is absurd. I'm sure plenty of black folks use Reddit. And whatever other race color you want.
It's a major platform.
Yeah. Secondly, he tries to. Then he brings up Ice Poseidon. I know that the guy was a big streamer and is kind of not. I don't really care, but he tries to equate his scenario. He paints you as basically an extortionist, but he in all 30 minutes he never really acknowledges the fact that you identified the Vive. Look, it could have been. I have to admit, at least from my end, okay, you may be certain, but it could have been a Vive with similar upgrades. It's possible.
Could have been. Yeah, you're right.
But the fact that he still has it in the videos looks really sketchy.
Yeah, and then also, has anybody? I mean, it's hard for me to lay. I haven't been in a situation like this, but it's hard for me to lay everything out where people can look at dates and match everything up. But I mean, did you pay attention to the dates on everything I sent over? It's extremely coincidental if he's not the person. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I mean, to me, it's beyond like. There's some clever saying that I can't think of right now, but like one or two things would be a coincidence. There's like 8, you know. So it's
pretty clear at this point. At least in my, but I was there, so it's obviously going to be clear to me.
Yeah, you're obviously convinced, right? And
yeah,
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like what I'm hoping, my big question for him is going to be like, why are you offering to pay money to somebody? He also alleged in that video that somebody else was DDoSing him and he money-grammed him $200 to stop. I feel like, okay, well, show me the receipts. You know, it's a very weird, convoluted way. He could have not even made a video and it would have gone away probably. But he made a video. And it's a really bad video, in my opinion. And I will tell him this to his face when I talk to him in 10 minutes. Like, I'm going to say, like, if you're not guilty, you look really guilty. Like, you're acting like a guilty person. But what I don't understand is, and what I'll ask him is, like, well, you've got some fancy gaming rig. I mean, look, I'm a YouTuber. 200,000 subscribers isn't that big of a deal. It's about the views, right? And he doesn't get that many views. His channel probably makes less than $1,000 a month. Not that. Well, I'm not shitting on that.
$600 in 2 days is what he said, and who knows if.
Well, he could have if a video went viral. Yeah, I've had videos that I had a video picked up like 100,000 views overnight, and it made a few $100. So it's not. It's totally possible, but he doesn't make that every month. So $600 is I guess probably not a little amount of money to him.
Yeah.
But
well, he's just got the mentality of a thief, is what I believe. He wants something, he'll go get it and steal it, and it's not a big thing.
It's questionable. It is questionable.
That's how I feel. Hey, ask all he want. He's now got a bone of truth in him. From what I've seen at all, he bold-faced lies into the camera. I mean, again, I was there. I saw his face. We shook hands.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was 5 years ago.
This is September 24th and lines up with every single... I mean, really weird that my transaction date is September 24th, and the date that he tried that Vive is September 24th on his YouTube channel, in his vlog on his second channel, which I outlined in my post.
Well, I think... Yeah, really I'm of the mindset right now, and I may release this as a separate video because I don't know if people are going to listen to like a two, depending if I get a hold of him or not. I'm going to be very upfront with him and say like, you don't look so good, my friend. If he'll take, he's DM'd me a few times, so hopefully I'll get a chance to talk to him. My hope is, well, obviously you guys resolve it however you want, but if I can offer any advice, to anyone out there who's making these types of transactions, if you're going to take PayPal, you take PayPal gift and gift only.
No. That's how I did it.
Oh, he
friends
used
and
gift.
Family. It was friends and family.
So
which I believe is gift, same thing.
Yeah, it's same thing. It avoids the fees. I thought you could. Oh, I guess if you then report the credit card stolen, it doesn't matter. You use friends and family so that they can't request a refund. But then if you, here's what I think happened. I think he used a credit card and then falsely reported it stolen. I think that's what I think happened.
That's what I think. And that's why I said, that's why that whole fake credit card thing or stolen credit card or whatever, I may have said that in the comments because I truly think that he used someone else's PayPal. And I don't know what he did. This is all speculation, but the name doesn't match his name. I know his name. I know the name that was attached to the transaction. It's not the same name. I know the email that I can't find any connection between that email and his name, but I do know it was him from shaking his hand and seeing my item in his living room. And
he admits that he's been banned from PayPal. Oh, by the way,
yeah, multiple times. His girlfriend too, I think he said.
Yeah, and by the way, getting those stupid $1 transactions, they wouldn't ban your account.
Yeah,
they might shut it down, but they would not ban it because it's not even under your control.
Yeah, I think I think that he may have been. There's a possibility he might have been busted out before, and his go-to claim is extortion.
Yeah, he mentions. Yeah, he does have a bit of a victim complex. He mentions it goes out of his way in his video to mention how he's also racially profiled. Oh,
yeah. Race is a huge factor. I mean, in his point of view, or his mind. If you look at his Yelp review, there's a Yelp review that if he'd call customers at his business racist when they weren't really racist, or they never said anything racist at all. There's a comment on the Omaha subreddit where I also posted this, where people have talked about they've had run-ins with him, and somebody mentioned the race thing there too. Yeah. So I mean, that's one of his go-to, I guess, feel sorry for me things and believe my story. Who the fuck knows, man?
Well, I really appreciate. I feel like between what I've addressed in his video and then the points that you've addressed here, and I want to let people know who watch this. I probably would have a way to follow up with him if there's any burning questions that we missed.
I'm always here.
Yeah. So and
anything you want to follow up with me, I will give you. I have everything. I have all the information. I've laid it all out, and I'm very open to talking about it.
And right now, it sounds like, and I would not say I would act any differently, but it sounds like it's a principle thing now for you.
It is.
And I get it. I'm a very prideful man myself. If I could offer any advice, I say get that money back and move on. But
only the legal way, not hand to hand through him.
No, that's weird. I would not meet wouldn't meet anybody in public who you're already in a tenuous type of situation.
Just so you know, and I have this in the conversation where I did hang up on him because he brought this up in his video. He agreed to meet me at the police station like I had wanted. But then it was the whole thing of him saying it was extortion and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, that was going down. I was sitting with my wife and she was listening to it because I was recording it and he was on speaker. She was recording with her phone. Where my wife's like, no, you're not meeting him anywhere. That's what she said. And that's when I said, and because I'm still thinking about it, because obviously I want my $600.
It's not like it's $50.
Yeah. Exactly. And so that's why, I said, I'll get back to you. And I hung up because I want to talk to my wife about it. It's $600, and so I had to think about it, and I decided against it due to his extortion claims. And I don't want him to go say on his YouTube video with 220,000 subscribers, "Hey, I got extorted. Here's his name. I paid him $600." Right. I knew he was going to show up with a camera trying to YouTube me and all this shit. And
this is all probably true. I mean,
yeah, and so that's why I didn't go through with that. Everybody says I should just go get my money, but then he's going to throw my name in the dirt and my face on his YouTube videos, pushing his claims. And
I respect
there's no way I was going to let that happen.
It's like when you win a court suit or when you want to settle and you get what you want, but then they make you admit guilt. And,
exactly.
I get it. I appreciate that.
And not even any guilt, but it's just, he would spin it to be guilt, admitting guilt, but there would be no guilt there. And so I'm just not going to allow that. And if I was trying to extort him, wouldn't I get the money? I mean, come on.
Well,
I make a way to get the money.
Well, if you were extorting him, you would have taken it, right?
I should be making a way to make it happen, but it's just, I am through every legal outlet I can or whatever. But yeah,
I think that's smart. If you're gonna do it that way, I think I respect it. I understand printables are expensive. I have some myself, and I get it. But I want to thank you for coming on, and I'll follow up with you after I kind of close this off here. So don't hang up just yet. But
and no problem, man. And I just want to say, in anything that's going up there online, man, I appreciate you letting me use your outlet and your platform to at least get my side of the story out there. Otherwise, the only thing I had was Reddit, and my post has been locked, and so there's no way for me to get my if it wasn't for you, there'd be no way for me to get my side of the story out. And so you gave me that opportunity, and I really appreciate that. And I also want to say thank you to everybody on the Vive subreddit and the gaming subreddit that supported me throughout this entire deal. Never been through anything like this before, but it was great to have, them people on my side.
Hey, yeah,
have my back.
Humble guy. Way to close it up. You're a genius white supremacist troll. You have me convinced. I appreciate your time, and I'll probably upload this separately because I think it's really interesting, and it's also like 40 minutes long. And then also I'll put my response video up to his, and then I will if I talk to him, I'll put that call up too. Should he be, obviously I'll put on video. You're okay with me uploading this at this point?
Yep. Anything
stick out?
No, I'm okay with you uploading anything except for obviously my usernames and things like that because of his troll army.
yeah, I get it. I understand. And people have been staring at my beautiful face for 40 minutes, and most of them are probably in a weird state of arousal at this point. So, yeah, I appreciate your time. I'm actually gonna render this and upload it, and then I will upload my response to his response, and then I'll try to get him on the call, and I'll follow up with you. Actually, I know
awesome.
it's late for you, but I'll probably follow up. At least I'll send you a text or something a little bit later.
Cool, that works for me.
All right, thanks a lot, sir.
Yep, no problem, man. Thanks.